Hello YouTube, welcome to another trip report on JT's Journeys. I am Jamie and you're joining me on an A320. Let's pause there, rewind and go back to Heathrow Terminal 5. Enjoy the video. We took the tube to Heathrow today, the first Piccadilly line train to Terminal 5, alighting and making our way up to departures. We do have a suitcase to check in before hitting the departure lounge, and in T5 it's automation all the way. Cheers. A quick passport check was required though before entering the bag drop area. The machines themselves are fairly self-explanatory. Scan your boarding pass, print your tag, attach it to your suitcase and off it goes, down into the lift and into the complicated baggage system of T5. Time to go through security then, which as you can see was very quiet. I've never had a problem at T5 security. The queues are always really small and you get through fairly fast. Our bag through and a short redress and we are on our way again into the departure lounge. We don't have too much time this morning, but a quick pit stop at Starbucks before we head to boarding. Passports first before the automated gates take over, and it's gate A21 today. There isn't any boarding by group, which was quite surprising for BA, so we are amongst the first to enter the aircraft. Once on board we pass through the Club Europe cabin, which features the same seats as Euro Traveller, which is the economy class that we're travelling in today. We're towards the rear of the aircraft and soon enough we are strapped in and we're ready to go. Looking back at this video, it is really sad to see all these 747s parked and ready to take passengers all over the world from the P&B at T5. Sadly, they've all now left Heathrow and many of them will be no more fairly soon. Make sure you do check out my flight back from New York on the British Airways 747 if you haven't seen that already. There's a link in the description and on the top right of the screen now. Our takeoff runway today is 27 right. We climbed out of Heathrow before banking to the south and setting our track straight towards Valencia. Let's rejoin me back in the air. So interesting, I've just been looking at the Wi-Fi options as you do. BA Wi-Fi has come up on this flight. Just clicked on connect. Everything seems to connect fine, but there's no actual connectivity pouring through, so when I look at Instagram or Twitter, nothing's actually loading. Maybe I wasn't doing something quite right with the Wi-Fi. Let's find out more later. For now though, let's take a look at what magazines we got on this flight that was taken in July 2019. So the first one that you'll find is High Life Shop. It's got all their duty free. It's quite a good selection to be honest. I'm curious to see how much of that is actually in stock. Next up is High Life magazine. I've had a quick peruse through, it's actually quite a good read. There's a few good bits in there, the usual travel destinations they're trying to showcase and where they want you to go on holiday to next. Next up is Business Life. BA do quite a lot of business flights, it's very popular with business travellers. Here's Business Life. Again, there's some good reads in there. The one that I read earlier was about mindful thinking and strategic mindfulness. It's not bad. Probably the most important thing, as we all know, BA now make you buy your own food and drink on board. M&S menu. It's quite a condensed M&S range, and I think it's a exclusive M&S menu for BA. You won't get their usual toasty selection in this one, but nevertheless it's quite comprehensive. Beer prices, so £4.45 for a Heineken, which isn't too bad. The soft drinks are actually really good value compared to the likes of Ryanair or EasyJet. Can't quite remember what their pricing is, but I don't remember it being quite as keen as £1.95 for a Coke, which is pretty good. And you can also pay by Avios, but of course we all know that that is the worst possible thing to do, given how expensive Avios are and how little value you get with that. Of course, if you don't want to read one of the on-board magazines, you can always buy a magazine before you get on. glamour of the Queen's corgis, which are Morven's main highlight in that magazine, I think. I should just mention that as of September 2020, both High Life and Business Life magazines have been moved to digital-only versions, meaning you can no longer find them on the aircraft and they must be downloaded before your flight or afterwards to read at home. So, what a great flight we're having. We've been airborne just about an hour now, so we're just approaching the Pyrenees as we're going to cross over Andorra into Spain. Just got myself a beer. It's only 9:15 in the morning, but I'm on holiday, so as is tradition, if you're British you have to drink if you're on the plane going on holiday. Cheers. Let's take a look at the moving map. There you go. So we're just crossing the Pyrenees now. View out the window. Yeah, the clouds have rolled in. It is now very cloudy. Can't really see much out of there. It's a shame because the Pyrenees normally provide a great view. So we're sat right at the back of the plane today. Row 27. Seat E and F. I've got the window. It's really near the toilet, so obviously being at the back. And because this is BA, the Club World cabin is at the front. I think the Club World cabin's like maybe the first 3 or 4 rows today. So everyone else in the economy has to use the back loop. I think there's 2. The queue hasn't been that bad. It's quite an early flight, so I think most people are just sleeping. But I can imagine on a longer flight or a later flight in the day it will be quite problematic. One of the good things about this seat is, with it being the penultimate row, it's quite a lot of legroom. I think probably more legroom than what you get on a usual row with BA. But I would definitely recommend sitting towards the back. These few rows are pretty good. I've got 2 windows which are quite nice. And with the galley being right at the back, get a drink whenever you really fancy it. So according to the map, we are 316 miles away from Valencia, and we'll be there at 10:10 local time. Oh no, it is 10:10 local time. So just a little update, I have now managed to get the Wi-Fi to work. So let's check out the Wi-Fi packages. So for a flight pass is $1.99. What does that get? Instant messaging. Let's see what the restrictions are. 50 kilobytes per second, which is pretty poor. So you browse and stream, you get 50 megabytes, less than 30 minutes. So it's not fantastic.
At the moment they're landing on the northwesterly runway in Valencia, so it should provide quite a nice view of the Bay Area and the coast is fine. Nice day at the airport at the moment. Good visibility and 26 degrees. As I said, the high for today is forecast to be 31. I'll be back to talk to you if anything I've just told you has changed significantly before we land. And if not, let's talk to you and say goodbye. We will be landing, we will be turning fast seatbelt signs on in preparation for landing. Around about 15 to 20 minutes time, so if you do need to use any of the facilities, now is a good time to do so. Thank you for your attention.
Welcome to Valencia. The local time here is 11 o'clock in the morning. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. You may now...
Cabin crew doors to manual. Cross check please, thank you.
We alighted the aircraft via the front left door and onto the jet bridge. I do really appreciate it when the flight crew offer a goodbye as you leave.
Bye, sir.
Thank you. Cheers. It really is a nice touch. Not too long to wait for our suitcase, and that collected, we headed off to our festival at Benicassim. We spent 5 nights in a tent, which was fantastic. That's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe for more flight reports, and please do check out the library of trip reports that I've got on this channel. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.